What's up and welcome to this WWE Top 5 Payback Moments of the Night. In the background you are listening to the theme of Payback, which is called Friction from Imagine Dragons. Here we go. For our number 5, we're going to start it off with Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler. This match was pretty good. You know, they had heaps of matches back in the day, but today I thought it was pretty good. It was decent. You know, they had a little incident in the match where Dolph Ziggler was doing the Kiss Me Ass thing and replicated what happened last month at Extreme Rules to Sheamus, but yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of it. But it was a really good night. Sheamus had to refresh himself after that. Sheamus was beaten up on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was hurt, he was fighting back. It was really cool to start the pay-per-view off. In the end, Sheamus came out with the victory after a bro kick to the face of Dolph Ziggler. For our number 4, we have The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Once again, this match proved that it can steal the show. It was one of those good matches that you just don't want to miss. So this was following the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and this one pretty much followed the same pace. Unfortunately, they had a 2 out of 3 falls, which did the same time as what last pay-per-view's match did. The first match was taken by Cesaro and Tyson Kidd after the Cesaro swing led into the dropkick from Tyson Kidd. That picked up the victory for Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Then the second fall went to the New Day after Kofi, Kingston and Big E did a nice big ending type of combination tag team maneuver onto Tyson Kidd and got the victory after that. Then it was down to determine the final victory. In the end, the referee had his back turned and Kofi Kingston got taken out earlier, but Xavier Woods snuck in there, done a tight cradle and really snuck it in there so the referee couldn't see him, and the referee counted the 1, 2, 3 without even noticing that it was Xavier Woods. All in all, a great match. Xavier Woods done a lot of great talk during the match as the crowd was saying this is awesome, and Xavier Woods says, yes, we know, you know, something like that to those words. And then after the New Day celebrated with a toast of some milks, but then discovered that they have to defend their tag team titles in the first ever Elimination Chamber Tornado tag, I believe. It depends how they're doing it, because either they're having 4 tag teams or something similar to that fact. I don't really know, because in the games they have it, WWE 2K15, 14, 13, 12, you know, all those games, but it's a bit different to how WWE thinks, so we'll see when that pay-per-view comes up. This match was for the United States Championship, Rusev versus John Cena, and this is the final time they will fight. This match was really awesome. It was a good brawl from the ring to the outside, to the crowd, to everywhere around, and then it led up to the stage area where Rusev pulled out a plug out of the electricity and then tried to mess around with that. Eventually tried to get John Cena into that danger zone, but John Cena ducked, went for the AA into the pyro thing, blew up Rusev, but it still did not keep him down. He did not quit. And then they continued on, and then Lana came out to check Rusev as he was really hurt, but they continued on with the match. Rusev then got the momentum back on his side and knocked Cena down in the ring, eventually giving him the accolade. John Cena passed out, but during that moment, Rusev thought he was going to win, but the referee says no. John Cena has to say I quit to determine the win. So Rusev decided to go into the outside, undo the turnbuckles, and eventually take off the little metal piece that holds the ropes together, take off the ropes from the ring. Then he tried to attempt to wrap it around the neck of John Cena and perhaps do a modified accolade, but John Cena grabbed him, turned it around, got the rope, did it to Rusev around his nose area. Lana got a little bit paranoid. Rusev was talking in the microphone, Russian or Bulgarian, and Lana got into the ring and said he quits. Rusev quits. But that was pretty stupid. The ending was really dumb. I did not like the ending. I would have preferred if Lana did something else, like throw in the towel, as some people would have said, but this ending was not what I wanted, and it did not make sense at all, because John Cena couldn't even say I quit. And what makes the difference where Rusev can't say I quit? Even though he's talking in Russian or Bulgarian, he knows how to say I quit. He's been saying, oh, I quit in the last past Raws. So for Lana to do this type of thing out of nowhere, it's just weird. Number 2 is the Fatal 4-Way match. Fatal 4-Way was pretty good. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was a really cool match. It did start off a little bit slow, but towards the middle to the end, it was really awesome. Randy Orton came out with some spots in the match where he was doing the DDTs. He was going all angry and Orton crazy. And in the ending scenes of the match, Randy Orton was doing his vintage moves, but Seth Rollins caught him with a kick to the midsection and hooked his arms up for the pedigree, and that was it for the 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, it was a terrible pedigree, but it had Triple H's approval, as you see in the picture there. Triple H agreed that it was best for business, and Kane and the J&J security did their jobs to secure Seth Rollins as your World Heavyweight Champion for the WWE. By far my favorite moment of the night was the Shield reformation, hype, build up, and then departure. It was really awesome. They started, Randy Orton was on the ground, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose were crowded around him. Then they had a little smile, and then they reunited for that one little moment, and then Roman Reigns set up for the triple powerbomb, puts Randy Orton through the announce table, and then they all stood together, proud and ready for the crowd to go wild, because the crowd did go wild. The crowd was so hyped up, and it was really awesome to see that. I had chills. It's by far one of those moments. You hardly get moments like this as you see a trio tag team reform for that one little moment. You won't see Nexus return. You won't see the NWO return. You won't see the Four Horsemen return in a fashion like what the Shield is doing right at this moment. And that was a great moment from the Shield. Then Seth Rollins tried to buddy with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, but they did not have it. As you see there in the picture there, Seth Rollins puts out his arm to signify that yes, we are back together, but no, they turned their backs on Seth Rollins and beat him up, and it was really awesome to see that type of, you know, reaction from the crowd and from people at home, because I believe that was one of the best moments in Payback history. Of course, we've had maybe 2 Payback pay-per-views in the last 2 years, but hey, that is my number 1, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like down below and a comment to let me know what you thought of Payback and how you went to watch the entire show. 3 hours. Did you enjoy it? What do you rate it out of 10? I rated a 7. A 7 out of 10. Not good, but better than Extreme Rules, because Extreme Rules did not have matches that I liked, and this pay-per-view had at least 3 matches that I really enjoyed. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for the daily Dawn Day updates, and also follow me on Twitch for future live streams. But until next time, thanks for watching. The name is Dawn Day Evolution, the solution to the gaming community which is littered with pollution. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment. No, I'm not quoting The Rock, I'm just making a statement. I am educated, dedicated, never duplicated. If you stand in my way, you're about to be a minion. See, a life lesson is just to be on top. I live by my motto and just defeat all odds.